Last thing I got for you guys, we're still monitoring the trade deadline, so I don't have anything on that for you, but hopefully we'll have updates here online here shortly. But we do have our NFL quarterback rankings out today. And
where's this? Peyton in the top 10?
Peyton is not in the top 10.
Okay.
Peyton came in at number 16 overall, even though his quarterback rating is quite a bit lower than that. But our top three are Brady, Rivers, and Rodgers fell to number 3. He had been number 2 prior to that. The other person moving up in the rankings was Drew Brees this week after his 7 touchdowns.
The next quarterback of the Denver Broncos, Drew Brees.
Yeah, well, you think that's never going to happen. You just keep believing that.
I'm going to keep pounding that drum.
What do you guys? What do you guys think of our?
Phillip Rivers is awful. He's not the number 2. He threw for 500 yards against Green Bay. How do you rank him? Go back and tell Cameron again. Tell him that Woody said he's wrong. Cameron said next to me the other night, I said, here's what they're going to do. They're going to use the tight ends and everything. And he turned to me and said, you actually know what you're talking about. Because Cameron's one of those 25-year-old guys that thinks he knows everything. But
well, he points to Rivers leading the league in passing yardage and completing 70% of his passes.
What's he getting?
Yeah, look at the record.
What are they doing? They're going to be in the playoffs. Number 2, I'd put Cam Newton ahead of him. And he didn't throw for 50% last night.
Good call.
He looked good last night,
They're
well, he does so much with his legs, too.
There are 5 guys I'd put ahead of Rivers. I mean, those are basically
falling in love with
wasted.
stats.
Those are garbage.
Stats.
Those are trash time kind of yards, too. I mean, they're losing, so.
He's got Newton at number 10 on his list. Yep.
Newton's an MVP candidate.
Yeah. He's had him higher in other weeks, but he slipped this week.
There are a lot of. I'd put Andy Dalton ahead of him, even though Andy Dalton. I mean,
we have Dalton.
This is a year. Well, yeah, this is a year of bad quarterbacks. Have you noticed that? They're bad teams and they're bad quarterbacks. Blaine Gabbard's going to play in this league. So, that, I mean, Kaepernick's not any good. Andrew Luck's having a bad year.
Ryan Mallett started again.
Manning's having a bad year in comparison to years he's had before. But Tom Brady, I mean, Ryan Fitzpatrick, he's hurt. Buffalo's got no quarterback. I mean, there are a lot of Flacco's not having a good year. I mean, it's almost by default who you're going to put up there.
Not a great quarterbacking year.
Yeah, I was looking at
Matt Flynn, I think you'd have to put him in the top 5 or 6.
Matt Flynn?
Not Matt Flynn.
Matt Ryan.
Matt Ryan. I put Matt Flynn out of some of this guys.
Matt Ryan's been bad the last couple of games.
Yeah. I was looking at the quarterback rating and the list, and Manning is number 31 out of starting quarterbacks. Andrew Luck's number 32. So we're going to be looking at.
I wish you could stay here for a half hour, send Cameron out. Would you trade Manning for like 25 of the quarterbacks in the league?
Of course not.
So that would be my way of. I saw today, I'll add this, that Matthew Stafford was on the block. Philadelphia would be willing to trade him if they got the right thing. The guy who went, Nick Foles, is just talking about
Sam Bradford.
Sam Bradford.
Yeah.
Well, who did I say?
Matthew Stafford.
No, Sam Bradford's on the block. If somebody wanted him really bad. Nick Foles is not a good quarterback. I mean, there are so many bad quarterbacks. Matthew Stafford, you talk about, he's kind of come back. He was benched in a game. I mean, there are a lot. Russell Wilson, is he really having a great year? Not really. I mean, so anyway.
Daniel, thanks, man.
Thanks for having me.
Daniel Boniface, take yourself out here.
This is Dan Boniface, and this has been What's Trending.
I like the finger.